Hi guys, welcome back! It's almost Christmas! Oh, I hope everyone's got everything all sorted and you're, looking forward to the holidays. Now, today's video is going to be on a question that kind of turned my life around, and I'm just going to sort of go over it just because I'm reading a lot of comments, and I hope maybe, this sort of video can help quite a few people. And before we get into sort of the actual question, I want to liken our human brains to sort of like an onion. Bear with me. No, this isn't I wasn't inspired by Shrek, And I like to think that sort of as we get older, we sort of get more and more sort of layers to us, right? Each layer builds upon the sort of previous layer. And again, there's a few comments of people, and they seem like, sort of their views on themselves isn't the highest. And I like to think of it as sort of layers of the onion can get sort of contaminated by things that, sort of happen to us, or just, thoughts and things and perceptions that we have of ourselves, and it can get stuck in there, deep, sort of deep in a few layers deeper. And the question that really sort of helped me take control of my life and really feel like I was in the driver's seat, it was so simple, and it was just, alright, why? Why? Why am I doing what I do? Why do I feel this way about myself? Why do I have this view on myself that is causing me to act in certain ways? And what we're doing when we ask this question, why, is we're we're sort of tracing these feelings, these beliefs, these thoughts that we have about ourselves. We start, sort of tracing them back to actual events and experiences that we've had that have, caused it, right? And it's beautifully simplistic, and I don't think you need to overcomplicate it. But yeah, just ask yourself why. So why, if you think that you hate yourself, all right, why? Why do I hate myself? I don't really know what I'm doing. All right, why am I doing this? Oh, I do it because I need this. All right, why do you think you need these things? And what happens is you're going to start getting answers, right? You're starting to, instead of being outwardly focused, you're now sort of turning your attention inwards and just starting to understand yourself, your mind a little bit more. So, right, okay. So now I've got the answer to the whys, right? I've traced it back. Imagine this was sort of like a big weed that was coming out of you, right? This is the fruit, this is the circumstance or the behavior that you don't like. By asking why, you're tracing the stem back to the root, right? Once you get to the root of it, it's alright, okay, you've got your answer. And then I guess the only logical step from there is, right, well, what is it I want? How do I want to be? What do I actually desire? What do I want to do in life? And once you do this, it's sort of you're taking, it's almost like you can be on autopilot for goals that you used to want, right? And by asking yourself, why am I like this? You can find the goal or the goal that you had set up. And you might have been on autopilot for months or years, right? You were still following this path, even though now it's not what you really want. And then you can ask yourself, well, what is it I actually want? What is it I actually want to do with my life? And then when you do this, you're setting the GPS to where you actually want to go. Because I've done this, for years I was probably just doing stuff for an old goal that I'd set up, and I asked myself why. So why am I doing this? It brings it, to the forefront of your mind, and it's like, oh, I don't want that anymore. It can be that simple. It's like, oh, I was chasing this old goal, but that's not what I want anymore. And then it's okay, right, what do I want? And then when you figure that out, it's like, right, okay, I've now got this new goal that I want. You're probably gonna have a reason why you want it. So then the next step is, right, okay, how am I going to How am I going to achieve this? Make a plan, right? Maybe you want to put a timestamp on it, right? Okay, this is what I want. This is how I'm going to get it. When? When am I going to achieve this? It can be that simple. You know, we can tend to want to overcomplicate things as humans, I think, you know. Sometimes just keeping it simple really is the best way. But yeah, why? Why? Why do I think this low of myself? And I think sometimes we don't actually, this is why we ask this question, you know, and sometimes it's just to, you know, sort of label and just understand what's actually going on inside of us, inside our, you know, our subconscious. Just sometimes I feel like having that conversation with myself and figuring it out, just, it has like a calming effect almost as well. You know, maybe you're secretly feeling anxious and such because you don't actually know what you're doing and why you're doing it, you know? And just having that conversation with yourself can have a real calming effect. Like, recently I've been feeling like really, really stressed, really anxious and such. And it's because I know what I'm doing and I know why I'm doing it, but it's just I don't know if it's going to all work out and such. But that's because my mind is focusing on things that I can't actually control. So there's no point of actually worrying about them. There's literally no point. It's only gonna derail me and, you know, cause me distress or worry. And I suppose that's just part of it. But all I can really do is focus on myself. The only thing I can truly control is me, how I react to things, what I do, right? And all this time spent worrying and such, it is just kind of a waste of time. It's, you know, and just by having that conversation with myself, okay, well, why am I feeling anxious? You know, and I start to become conscious and aware of the things that my mind is worrying about. And it's like, right, well, there's no point of worrying. I can't control. All these things seem to be external circumstances which are out of my control. But I have a why. I have a what. You know, I have a how. And yeah, the way I got to this conclusion and to all these answers was by asking myself why. Why do I want what I want? You know, you can ask yourself where do I want to go? And this is the thing, maybe, like, there is beauty in living a simplistic life as well. And if you have a why as to what you're doing, then yeah, you know, if that's what you've chosen to do, then just enjoy it, you know? Like, sometimes I ask myself, you know, like, on the days when I feel like, oh, you know, why am I doing this? Just reaffirming the why and the reason as to why I'm doing it, almost like it reinvigorates me, you know? Just like, oh yeah, this is why I'm doing it. Like the days where I really cannot be arsed working out and such, and it's like, just reminding myself, I was like, right, well, why am I doing this? Oh, because I want to be bigger and stronger and, you know, ultimately live as long as I possibly can and have a big, strong body. Oh, okay, that's why I'm doing it. You know? Because when you've been doing things for a while, the why kind of, you know, it's not as fresh. But just asking yourself why, is like, okay, this, you know, if you have a good reason as to why you're doing the things, then yeah, alright, keep doing it. But if you don't, then maybe it's time to reconsider and, you know, maybe change the location that you're moving on. With like GPS, you know, not be on autopilot anymore. So yeah, this was, I've been reading comments and this just kind of, I thought this could maybe help some people. I don't want this channel to be a sort of like a hub of sadness and, you know, despair and such. I want this to be, you know, uplifting. I want people to enjoy and get the most out of life, and hopefully further down the line when I've got more resources and such to do fun videos. It's gonna, just show people how to make the most out of life. That's what I want to do anyway. I want to have a good positive impact. But that is all. Why? It's a good thing to ask yourself before going into the new year, you know? Alright, you know, I didn't enjoy that. Why? Alright. Okay, what do I want? How can I do it differently? what do I want to achieve? When do I want to achieve it? Especially when you have longer term goals, you know, you kind of need to put a sort of a time limit on them. And yeah, just, yeah, why? Why do you want what you want? But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. And yeah, I can't wait to see what the next year holds. This year's been a good year for myself. I hope it's been a good year for you. If not, let's make next year even better. So enjoy your time with family, enjoy the holidays, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. So, I thank you very much. Have a good Christmas. Feliz Navidad.